My headphones, cousin.
I wish I could turn down my headphones. The
So
feeling of
these are some new
somebody
headphones.
the feeling of somebody eating right next to my ears, very uncomfortable. At the moment, the entirety of the ship is doing that.
And probably you too. Everybody's hungry. And let's. Anyone got scurvy? No, everybody looks hungry. Well fed and happy. And they've all drunk the rum, which is why they're all so happy. Right, yeah. So we've got things to attack. But first of all, let's just do a bit of ship setup. What's that? Oh, toilet paper.
So, assuming Pal 7 is still here, his Hewlett Packard 200 went down, but he now got an Alienware gaming rig, so he can continue watching you.
Oh, fabulous. Right.
Also, Ralph told us that this would probably happen last stream. Well, if he did, I don't remember that. Probably because Sal didn't tell me.
No, he did. He said, this is the NID, so you know it's going to end up being pirates. Yeah, I had great hopes actually for Skyrim because I know what caused the crashes last week was because the latest Windows update had disabled the fan controls on my motherboard. And that happened. That's what caused the first crash, was actually the Windows update happening while we were playing. And then the second crash was because my computer shut down because the fans weren't working.
That was a fun experience. I had to uninstall the update and then reinstall the entire Asus management software.
Ooh, level 4 island. Level 4 pirates. Okay. So we still haven't found a combat fishing rod. Let's go kind of up and down in a snaky style while we... All these we haven't done as well though.
Did I mention that Jim Horner's saying crunch crunch?
No.
Probably in response to somebody eating right next to my ear.
Ah.
Also, Tammy Patton points out that she's currently eating a peanut butter sandwich and she'll try to chew quieter. Quieter, not quietlier. That made sense somewhere in my head at some point. Now, the Spotted Cow seems to be happy that you're returning to Pixel Piracy because that means the quest for the combat fishing rod continues.
Indeed.
It's a very slow-moving quest. Speaking about slow-moving things, your ship. I think Ralph believes that at the moment your ship looks like the most unstable ship in nautical history. Well, Sal is known for doing things with bridges, not with ships.
Do you think these pounders are aggressive?
No.
I wonder if they mass enrage or something.
Well, just send one expandable person, and they'll also, over to see if something...
That's not how it works.
He's the captain, he has to be brave and go first.
We leave all the training people behind because there's a few who are not very well equipped for a fight.
Well, obviously the big pandas don't do anything.
Okay, well, we don't need any health or anything. Maybe when I open the chest, the pandas will get very upset. Okay. Well, let's get back to the ship then. So who's on board? That's me and Charlie, who are still on board.
Back to the bread cutting thing, Ralph points out that he's holding a bun and he has a really sharp bread knife and he's not the most competent person out there, so his hand slips while slicing and he cuts right under his... Oh god, that hurts.
Ooh.
But
I can see
don't you move the knife in a sawing motion while slowly rotating the bun? That's... I feel like... You're having very slippery buns. Don't read too... No, stop it. This is a justified comment. No, stop. No.
So who is it with the slippery buns?
Ralph. Anyway, Alfie now really wants a peanut butter jelly sandwich, but it's too late for eating.
Okay, so we'll send Belorso first, because he is one of our toughest. Actually, do you know what? Before we do that, let's just see. They've probably all got... Oh yeah, they've got loads of...
Kirby.
No, points to assign and things. So let's make sure that everybody is nicely upgraded and things.
Ralph lets us know that he's allergic to peanuts. Tammy's offering him a digital EpiPen to deal with that. And earlier on, Belle also was asking, why in the Seven Hells would anyone want to copyright claim the train song? I don't exactly know. And you see, the thing is, the copyright claim I received is for an adaptation of the train song, which is horrible, absolutely garbage. So somebody just took the train song as is, as you've usually been hearing it here, royalty-free from me. I'm not trying to claim ownership of the train song, I didn't create it, but I got a royalty-free version from, you know, a place where you get royalty-free music. And then they just took that and recorded themselves yowling over it and put an echo filter over that yowling, and that's now their version. But unfortunately, the train song in the background is still so clearly audible that the Content ID system on YouTube just identifies my use of the royalty-free audio track.
Oh, we have someone who wants to join our crew. Okay, new person. All right, who wants to be part of the crew?
Well, there's a lot of shooting going on.
Better rescue them actually, because they are probably badly injured.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, they're dead.
Here's our new person. Now, before we look at their background, who wants to be the new pirate? So we already have Belorso, Ralph, Babom, Spotted Cow, Blazing Gale, Potato, Mia, me, Charlie. Who else?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Who?
Alfie already clipped my slippery buns.
Alfie wants to be on. Okay.
No, that's not what I said. But sure, let it be Alfie, despite the fact that Bill also nominated Boris. Do we already have Zeron?
We don't have Zeron.
Does Zeron want to be on here? Tammy's suggesting Lydia. And Ralph is suggesting the new lad, which I assume is Zeron. Is it Zeron? I'm not sure. I don't keep track of who the new people are. They're just all part of the crew. See, that's nice. See,
yeah,
I'm saying
nice.
A nice thing.
You're
I want to have
nice
an
thing,
Academy Award for that now. Well, Zeron hasn't complained yet, so it might as well be him.
Okay, Zeron it is. But I usually like it when people confirm that they're happy to come on board the ship, and I'm not just like press ganging them into being a recruit.
Yeah. Oh well. Oh, well, Zeron hasn't gotten back to us yet. Might take a while.
Why are you in that chat over there that I can't see instead of this chat
sorry.
here?
I was using that to go back because I didn't have access
but then
to
you
the
were scrolling in, and then you're scrolling up and down.
Hold
that
on,
one.
let me get that one to the same position as this
Okay.
one, and I'm scrolling this one down to where you can read it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me? Okay, there we go. Potato's asking if he's being ignored, if Mia's really behind. No, I'm
Mia's
jumping
really
all over the place. So I'm currently at the point where Tammy is asking if Ralph needs an EpiPen. Then there's a message from Ralph, then from Giles, and then your message is up on the chopping block. But I keep jumping forwards.
Well, we haven't got anybody putting their name forward or accepting their nomination.
Do we already have Jim on the ship?
Maybe we should go. We don't have Jim on the ship. Why? As Jim said he'd be happy to be on the ship.
No, he hasn't yet, but he says that I'm quite behind right now, which means he's out there saying things. And clearly, Jim usually also wants to be a duplicant and oxygen not included. Oh no, I said something mean.
No, I think that was...
Body Cow's nominating Tammy. Do we really have a Tammy?
We don't have a Tammy. Tammy, would you be happy to come on board ship?
You shouldn't be. They're like pooping all over the place.
That's a thought. What would the job be? We could probably do with another ship repairer.
No, Tammy doesn't want to be there. Good choice.
I don't want to be on the ship with the icky boys.
Well, I don't want to be on the ship either.
You weren't here to protest.
I know! Which hurts me so much.
Maybe we call
Zeron
this person...
isn't here to protest either. Neither is Jim. Oh, hold on, he is.
Maybe we run with Lydia.
Lydia?
That was Tammy's suggestion.
What about Boris? He isn't here to protest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jim Hon is slowly sneaking away after me mentioning it. Alternatively, Ralph is suggesting a second Ralph.
That might get confusing, though.
Well, you could have Ralph's weird brother, Ralph.
All right, shall we go with Boris? Would everybody be happy if I go with Boris?
Well, they're clearly not complaining.
Yeah. Right, let's go with Boris. Let's see who Boris is. So...
It'd be unfortunate if he dies now.
He is courageous. This pirate stands out in martial prowess and never backs down. He is well built. Hard labour is no stranger to the pirate. He was a schoolmaster when a child asked him what a pirate did.
Clearly
he decided to
wild.
find out for himself.
It's clearly a wild. Oh, Charlie97 just arrived and wants to know what happened to Skyrim. It crashed on us again. It's really unfortunate because I fixed the issue we had last time, which was a Windows update and the fan control stopping to work, which just overheats the thing and lets the computer go up in flames. Very nice, very entertaining, but not very fun for the person who has the computer. And then I also cleaned up the save file, removed all the other things, downsized the actual number of mods we're using in there. Like I got rid of some of the utility mods. I cleaned up the save file again after I removed the mods, and I knocked down the graphics settings attached just to get it run properly, but it still just randomly crashes, and it vexes me so.
I love the way you say that, Mia. It vexes you so. Right, I want Boris in the training crew because he hasn't got much
Ben
of
also
life.
really likes the idea of being able to order Boris around. It's not a good thing to have him as a lackey for you, because he just tries to sabotage everything you do.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Is Boris dead?
No.
He could be.
Okay. I actually meant to try and send just the training people out the way. And failed. Alright.
Well
Let's get some coconuts.
Jounce Price earlier on pointed out that a Trabant is quite an awful car all around, but apparently it's awesome at aircraft towing. I didn't know that.
It's awesome at what?
It's towing aircrafts.
Ah.
And Potato wants to know if Skyrim is cancelled until Mia fixes it. I think he's trying to imply, do we have another session next week with Skyrim? Or are we moving on to another game permanently for the moment until I can get Skyrim to work reliably for 2 hours?
I don't know. Let me have a look.
We could change the system and just have 15-minute Skyrim streams. And with a short break.
I really don't want to leave Skyrim. I really like Skyrim.
It's a nice game, but it really hurts that it does that. Jim
is
Hon
everybody?
returns to us and wants to know
what's that?
if
Scurvy. Yeah?
you're still looking for poor souls to join your pirate crew.
Well, yes. I mean, if we had...
At all times.
Yeah, at all times. Right, let's just put down some fruit.
But also wanted to know what sort of aircraft the Trabant would be able to pull. Like a Cessna prop plane? I imagine that's a joke at the
Cessna?
Right, Cessna prop plane? I guess that's a joke at the expense of the Trabant.
No, it's a small plane. But it's a...
Yeah, but a prop
plane.
Prop as in the small model aircraft thing, right? A prop?
No, prop. Prop means it has propellers instead of jet engines.
Oh, I was going with theatre props.
Oh, I once flew between the Andes on a Cessna 14, I think it was. 14-seater Cessna.
Why do I memorize the pronunciation of that aircraft as Cessna?
No idea. Well, let's go fight some pirates. So, oh, yeah, but Jim, would you like to be on the... Because I could change
I don't
Boris
think he
to
wants
Jim.
to. He's going back again. Apparently he never wants to return as long as you're looking for pirates. You scared him.
Alright, everybody, it's raining. Why don't you all come downstairs instead of hanging around on top getting wet?
They never get showers otherwise.
Now we've got to fight. Right, what have we got over there? I think what I'll do is I'll take the captain and the training crew and nobody else. Let's send Belloso over first.
So returning to the bread thing, again, Ralph was holding the bun vertical. Like, but then you're just cutting the bun in half. And that doesn't make sense. That's not how you cut open a bun.
Did someone just say hello, Poppet?
Oh,
I've gone for a swim.
You're going to swim, right? Because you're sinking dangerously
I can
low.
swim.
But you're not resurfacing. Are you dead?
No, I've just got back on the main ship.
Jim Hon points out that oxygen was included taught him to never be on a crew with Mir. You most likely die.
Did you get that gold? Yeah, you got the gold. Okay. Just make sure that we get... See, there's me now. I'm just coming over to see if there's any treasure left. Okay, great.
Also, several people in the past, like Pal7, Bell also, Tammy Patton, Jim Hon and Giles Price made some humorous comments about my slippery buns. Which I'm not going to read out, so I'm moving on now. There's no reason. No, stop. There's Zeron again, who's asking what happened to Skyrim, but that question was already answered, I believe.
Yeah, but probably not while he was here.
Oh, well, I'm not... Oh, yeah, there. What? Zeron. Skyrim unfortunately crashed because of some computer instability problems, and so instead of leaving you without any stream, or just a crashed version of Skyrim, we've decided to move to something far more reliable, which is piracy.
Yeah, because Pixel Piracy never crashes. Engage!
Well, now
And it's
you've
a game
jinxed it.
I can always pick up. Do you know what? I think Belloso and the training crew can take this. And I am still quite happy to make our new pirates somebody from chat.
So early on, Belloso also pointed out that I only get Oscars for achievements in acting, which would imply that my statement about being kind and nice to people wasn't genuine.
Oh, Mia is very nice and kind to people.
I'm also a very good actor, which is why I deserve like 2 Academy Awards at this point.
Let's have a look in the chest.
Also, in response to Tammy pointing out that she doesn't want to be on the ship with the Icky Boys, Ralph remarks that they're not just icky, they're also yucky. Oh, Charlie97, who you haven't said hello to yet, have you?
Oh, hello, Charlie. I thought I did.
Maybe you did, we'll never know. Is really upset that he missed yesterday's stream. Yeah, it was really lively. We were talking about pants and trousers and how important they are to project management.
That's true. Amongst other topics, it was quite a lively stream.
The spotted cow wants to have a Lada Niva. Is that a car? A plane?
Oh, a Lada Niva.
Yeah.
It's a type of Lada. It's a car.
Right. I'm really bad with cars. The Ralph just found a picture frame time to compete against my Inception photo. I don't remember I had an Inception photo. Oh, I do! It's my cat. You know, my stay calm cat. It's not an Inception photo, that's the Infinite Cats. Infinite Cats, that works better. And here, that also helpfully points out how Lada Niva looks like.
Right, come on, training guys.
Oh, also say hello to Babon.
Hello, Babon.
Who also wonders. No, he's not. He just joined. Who wants to know? No, Skyrim. Yes, Skyrim unfortunately crashed again, and instead of sticking with it for the moment, we moved on to Pixel Piracy because it works far more reliably.
Yeah. Right. This might be bad. Oh no, it wasn't. Very good.
Alfie wants to know, wasn't Mir the first one dead on oxygen not included last time? Yeah, because Sal killed me.
That's not how it was.
You buried us both, and then we suffocated because you just couldn't hold on to your breath.
That's over
for a
here.
moment.
Okay. I thought I'd already done that. I suppose I could have got those oyster shells, but you know. Right, before we go off anywhere, I need to put down...
Potato's urging me to slip some stickers into the stream. Well, I'll happily oblige. There he is. He's just quietly sitting in the corner judging you.
Okay, so... Because it seems I need a regular top-up of rum to stay happy. Everybody else just needs food and fruit and stuff, but I really need the rum.
Now hold on, look at that. But also pronounced Cessna, the way I'm doing it, Cessna, for his whole life so far. But apparently this time the English are right in the pronunciation. Who knew?
Okay, right, let's...
Maybe it's a German thing. Maybe we never had it, Cessna, however you pronounce it. We had a different but very similar type of aircraft that we just called Chestnut.
Chestnut.
Did you just call our Chestnut?
Chestnut. I thought that's what you said, chestnut.
No, there's no nut in my chestnut.
Oh.
You're confusing me. Point in case. The Zeron wants to know, is this on PC?
Yes.
Yes, so was Skyrim, by the way, just making sure.
I think I'll just take my training crew over to this little group. Even my training crew.
That's not even a ship, that's a raft.
I know. But, you know, they've got treasure, so we've got to kill them.
Oh! Zeron is happy being a crew member on your pirate ship.
Who?
Zeron is happy being...
Okie dokie.
So, Boris will be no more. Now it shall be Zeron. But that's a nice thing you can put on your resume now, Zeron. You were Boris at one point.
Yeah, because we named him Boris. We named the pirate Boris because we couldn't find any volunteers.
I imagine telling Boris He's 0 now. I don't know why, but I feel Boris would react very humorously to that.
Here we go. 0. Have I spelled it right?
I do believe you did.
I have.
Well done.
Oh, and we have some points to dish out as well.
Oh, you didn't save it. Now it's Boris again.
Oh, right. Fix that in just a second.
Also, to make sure, while Zeron is here, you should now read out Zeron's backstory.
Oh, yes. Zeron is courageous. This pirate stands out in martial prowess and never backs down. He is well built. Hard labour is no stranger to the pirate. He was a schoolmaster. When a child asked him what a pirate did, he decided to find out for himself.
But also is returning to the question how fast the Trabant pulled a Boeing. An inch an hour? And Charles Price then replies that although they have been messing around with the C-123 provider the company has that is assigned to them, the German road trip on the weekend with the Trabant and the C-123 doesn't know. I lost the meaning on this. But apparently maybe Naked East Germans have recommendations for that. I am not even going there.
Let's have a look on here. Oh, we got some skeletons and we got a tribal hook. Right, this is going to require everybody, even though it's only a low-rated island. Those tribal hooks can be quite vicious.
Oh, Charlie managed to watch the first half, 2 hours after the stream ended, and the trousers part was apparently very good. Thank you.
Okay, Belloso, get over there and activate the tribal hook.
So,
nice.
Alfie wants to know how to pronounce cesspit. Cesspit. I feel like I'm walking into a squirrel trap here. How do you pronounce cesspit? Cesspit.
Like that, cesspit.
I think he's trying to imply I'd say chesspit. And I'm not sure if I want to say that.
I think he's just trying to get you to say cesspit over and over again.
No, that doesn't sound funny. I believe the difference comes from the fact that there's a German chestnut and an English Cessna. But there is no English chesspit. No, hold on, there's no German chesspit, only an English cesspit.
Well, Belloso has just said something about having no rubber chickens.
Well, he doesn't have any, he's a pirate. So, Ralph wants to know, why does the sun have a face? Why do you have a face?
Right, come on everybody, get down.
And Ralph did point out, though, he was perfectly fine with you just hiring another Ralph for your crew. But no, you didn't want one.
One Ralph is enough for everybody, surely. Okay.
Jimhon likes the idea of once having been Boris being put on one's resume. That sounds funky.
Okay, so what we're going to do is go down here. We'll go along the bottom, then we'll go up to these 2 islands here and see if we can buy a combat fishing rod there. And then we'll carry on along here and we'll go up and who knows where from there.
Speaking about Boris being on your resume, Ralph points out that this man has a degree in chemistry, but this one was once Boris. Hire the Boris one immediately.
Engage.
I believe earlier on Papon was asking why we don't just move Skyrim to vanilla. I suppose it is an option, but at the moment we're already pretty close to a vanilla Skyrim. I already removed the extended College of Winterhold. Anything else just adds new things. Basically, the only things that remain are some quality of life improvement mods, like the new Sky UI, Lydia, and the other thing I did. What's the other thing I did?
Don't know.
But sure, I can try and go even more vanilla than that. That's probably the last thing I can do. So I'll try that out over the weekend.
Okay, where next?
But one wants to know if I'm trying to ignore him, and he wants to know what he did this time, if I am. If I'm ignoring you, I'm not doing it intentionally, I'm just, you know...
Behind on chat.
No, I'm not behind on chat, I've just caught up, because that's the second to last message that just came in. I might have just accidentally missed a few things. But one pointed out earlier on that the sun is judging me for not having fixed Skyrim. And he wanted to know how Sal broke physics so bad, but I wasn't sure if this relates to Skyrim or to Pixel Piracy, so I couldn't bring it up.
We need to get more stuff to keep people under cover when it's raining. Alright, what have we got here? It's just some wild dogs. That'll be fine. As long as I get Belorso to go in the front.
Oh, but one wants to know, how do you break physics for the ship build?
For the what?
For the ship build, because you've got the thing hanging up there.
No. There is a solid post. There's a solid wall behind the ladders.
Ah! Well, there you go.
Let's get everybody back on board so they can be feeding themselves and stuff.
Jim Hon points out that Mir is jumpy in chat because he wants to stay above Sal on being in ahead in chat.
Okay, I think we've got everything here.
Also wants to know if there are any Star Wars fans around. Sal, are you a Star Wars fan?
Sort of.
Right.
Fan is... I enjoy watching
What's
it.
the name of the green guy?
Jabba the Hutt.
The other green guy.
How many green guys are there?
A fair point, I don't really know. It's an entire galaxy full of them, probably.
Alright, let's see. We probably need to put down more rum. Getting through this rum.
But one points out, with Sal's performance yesterday, it is not hard to beat her in terms of keeping up with chat. Well, that doesn't mean I should slack off, does it? Also, Zirin says, wow.
Wow to what?
I'm not sure. He didn't say yet. I hope that he does. Jim Hon is asking Boba Fett. No? Was Boba Fett green? I thought he was just wearing a suit. Oh yeah, hold on. The suit was green to an extent. No, I'm talking about Yoda.
Yoda!
The small green one.
Yeah, I remember Yoda. Well, I once played Yoda in a works
That's
play.
why I
I've
was
told
asking.
that story before.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I wasn't sure which green guy you were talking about.
Well, neither was I, really. I was just guessing. So, Potato points out that seeing that it's close to spring, he should probably make some spring fashion drawings of Sal and maybe Mir if he trusts him with clothes. And I think the question that he implies here is that what sort of spring fashion would you wear?
I don't know.
Didn't even know there was a particular spring fashion.
Oh, I know what else I was gonna do. Just put a little bit of stuff up top here.
Bell also points out that green is not descriptive enough. There's another green guy in Star Wars called Greedo. And in reference to Yoda, Jim Hon pointed out that he was sitting in a swamp there on a log with a bog that bubbled like soda. Yeah, that's Yoda, I guess.
There we go. It's a bit better. A little. Right, so I've put down rum, I've put down fruit. I would like to see them eat the rest of the fish before I put down more fish, because I want to replace some of these back panels. Okay.
Oh goodness.
Is everybody back on the ship before I set off?
Ralph has quite a concerning question. Does anybody know why he just almost blacked out? His vision went dark and fuzzy, and his head really hurt, and he almost fell over. Well, there are a few simple questions. Are you getting your wisdom teeth? Did you lose too much blood after you cut yourself while cutting bread? Although it shouldn't usually be the case. Jim Holland's suggestion, dehydration. Alfie believes that I just described Yoda poorly. I did it well.
Describe Yoda poorly, Mia did. Very good.
Oh, it was a Yoda quote. Not a direct
head
Yoda
really
quote.
hurt, almost fell over. Suggests that the blood's not getting to your brain. And that can be something as simple as you have been stood up too long. Are you standing up watching the stream?
Well, Jazz Price is hearing trams or sirens. Well, he has good hearing. I can't
Oh
even hear
my
them.
word.
You.
Ooh, I've never seen anywhere like this before.
It looks angry out there. Are you sure you want to go there?
Should we send Belle also? I think I'll stay on the ship. Oh, Belle also's actually decided to go. I best send everybody else. Come on, everybody.
Well, point in case being, if you constantly feel like this, maybe it would be a good idea to consult your doctor about it. Potato points out that the drawings he's preparing are going to be like the fancy ones he did last year for fall. Well, yeah, but it makes sense, because the leaves falling down and there's water everywhere. But the spring version of that is just going to look like the fall version, because there'll be petals everywhere and there's going to be, you know, rain. But that doesn't seem very different. You could just reuse the fall ones with a different background.
I've drunk a whole barrel of rum already. How's the toilet doing?
A whole barrel?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And the toilet's half full as well.
Oh, please stop pointing at it. Doesn't really look like a toilet.
Oh, but Bomb's actually using the toilet.
Oh god, no.
No, that's good. That means that
yes,
he's
it is
not
good.
pooped on the poop desk. Poop deck, not the poop desk.
I do not want to imagine a desk for that.
Right, let's have a look at Wolfville and see if there's anything nice to buy in Wolfville.
I also would like to direct your attention that the three little pigs had their father hanging on the wall.
Oh, yes, sausages. Okay, right, I'm kind of hoping that there's a tavern in this town, because if there is, although I think they would have already set off.
Probably.
Let's just take Belorso then.
I have an odd question.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking me a moment to formulate the question, because I'm not entirely sure how to put it. Last time I pointed this fact out to other people, they just all told me to be silent and that I'm wrong, and then they hated me everywhere. One case being, during a university lecture, we were discussing proper learning environments for students to be in, or generally just factors that positively influence a learning environment. And we used examples from the Harry Potter universe because they had an inert focus on explorative learning. No, that's not the word for it. There was a technical term for it, but point in case being, most of the teachers at the Hogwarts School for Wizards and Wizardry and Witches, you know what I mean, usually teach their students by giving them the basic sets of information and then letting them practice and find out the rest on their own. Which Harry and Ron and Hermione do apparently really well by having all those dangerous adventures. The fact that they could all have died several times over the course of the entire education time there is put aside, but you know. I, on the other hand, propose that a proper learning environment requires a disciplined student body and authoritative teacher. An authoritarian teacher, authoritative teacher, one of the two. And as an example, I proposed Umbridge, saying that she did a lovely job in that regard, and it should be, you know, at least recognize that there are different approaches to teaching. But then everybody kind of booed me out of the room. I didn't leave the room or anything, but still.
You were quite upset, weren't you, Mia?
Leave that out of the door. I'd want chat to tell me that I'm right. Or at least verbally disagree with me by reasoning that they don't like Umbridge because pink is not their colour. Oh, on a side note, Zeron left. So goodbye.
Bye, Zeron.
And Alfie points out, of course Mia would choose strict discipline. How disappointed he must be in chat and their antics.
Oh, a bamboo rod. Look how much that sells for.
Ugh, gross. Ooh. So Ralph now moved to Twitch.
Right, I want to buy all the citrus I can buy. Lots and lots of fruit. Lots and lots of rum. Since I'm going through it so fast.
Jim Horn points out that her outfit was light red, not pink.
I like sauerkraut, so we'll get some sauerkraut.
Thank you. And Bill also claims that Dolores Umbridge, a role model, only for Mia. Really, only for Mia. She was doing things by the book. She was conveying theoretical knowledge and she kept control of a classroom. I don't see how this is bad for a learning environment. Oh wow, that's a bit of a stretch, but Bob is asking, is me using schools to imply liking for the Nazis? That implies that you see Umbridge as a Nazi.
Oh.
I hope that this is in response to something on offer in the shop there, or not my point.
No, they've got things on the... we could actually start building ourselves a sail. And we could equip ourselves with a cannon.
Well, go for it.
Okay. So for a sail, I think we need... Oh no, the bowsprit's the thing that sticks out the front. Oh, we're going to want one of them.
The bomber's screaming for cannons. Cannons!
Topmast, sail.
And a swivel gun.
The mast. The shaft of wood is long, hard and thick. Swivel gun. Basic cannon. Bombs.
What do you need the wood wheel for? You can't really roll your boat on land.
No, it's the steering wheel. I think we've got one of those.
Yeah, that makes more sense, although I admit I like the idea of a land boat.
Is there... Oh, plants. We could get some plants. Although we've got another place just around the corner. And they might have a combat fishing rod. So I just want to be a little careful about how much I sell, how much I buy. Go on then, we'll just buy one plant. Okay, Beloso, you can come back on the ship. Okay, who's that? That's me. Yep.
Points out that it would mostly just depend on the type of teacher and probably more importantly the subject. I admit, probably a subject like defense against the dark arts seems like a very practical thing that you couldn't teach entirely, theoretically, but the idea was just to collect examples of good learning environments. You know, you can still mix and match.
Okay, just wanted to send everybody. I probably should have actually sent them on. Tell you what, let's go to the next place. There might be a tavern. I can leave them all drinking while I tinker with the ship.
Well, anyway, Potato's trying to boo me out of the room and telling me that she was a horrible human being. I'm inclined to tell you similar things now, but apparently I have to be nice now.
Yes, me. Well, they haven't all jumped off the ship, so it can't be. There's no tavern.
You're really out of luck with these things lately. The Mom says that she got rid of all the shitty. Darn it.
You just said a rude word, Mia.
No, I said Schneidi. She got rid of all the awful teachers around there. She tried to get rid of one of them. She probably could have gotten rid of more of them. But I shouldn't dare say anything about that because I believe several people have emotional attachments to her.
Still no. We are struggling to find a combat fishing rod. Don't need anything there. Oh, we can buy some more toilet paper.
But one wanted to know if a land ship wasn't a class of tank in World War II. And then Giles Price very judgingly just says a land ship, mere. I feel like he's trying to imply I did something wrong.
A cabbage god painting.
You can't say no to a cabbage. Especially one of the divine
I don't
nature.
really want to spend...
Divine nature cabbage.
Much.
Quick,
I mean, it doesn't even
crew.
do anything for us.
Quick, crew.
Hanging ropes.
Or maybe you can sell it for a lot of money at another port.
No, it'll only ever sell for less than we buy it.
Are you sure?
Yep.
You're sure?
Sure.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure.
No, you should have said for sure.
Let's see, but we should be able to sell a load of stuff here. And can I buy another swimming? Always like to have spare swimmings. I can't see any spare swimmings. Cannon mastery. If we don't have cannon mastery, I shall get that. I need to work out who my cannoneer is, actually. Right, I've got 8 cleanings. I don't think we need everybody to be a cleaner. So I'm going to sell about 6 of them. Keep 2 just in case I need 2 additional cleaners, but it's extremely unlikely. Not going to need another 3 cooks. I'm going to sell all the kabooms. I don't like them. Picked up lots of of things that we should be using on people. Right, we can sell all the oyster shells. Oh, map awareness. I should give that one to Belle also. We'll keep the bra. That might come in useful one day. Oh, we've got 7 swimming, so I'm not in a rush. Someone should be wearing the diapers. Chef's knife. I should make sure that our chefs have got chef knives. Chef knives.
Jamon was pointing out that I'm quite silent. I was using this time to let Sal do some shopping. I wasn't sure if I should interrupt that. It felt like she was doing some important decisions that I shouldn't.
Gonna get canon mastery.
Interrupt like I did just now.
No. Plunder.
Jim Hon pointed out that he has taught editing before, and teaching in that way, in brackets, probably Umbridge's way, would not work. But again, it really depends on the subject. Well, yeah, that's a very practical thing, and you need to let people use some practical application of the knowledge you're trying to convey. But on the topic of Harry Potter, Belle also is wondering what Hogwarts would look like after a few decades under Snape's stewardship.
Alright, I'm kicking everybody off the boat for the moment, because we're going to do a little bit of remodelling. Okay. Well, let's see, we want a sail running roughly through the middle of the boat, don't we? Or do we want a sail near the front, maybe roughly equal with this ladder? And then we can actually make the boat longer over time, and we can head off back here.
Actually, I would have suggested that you put the sail where the back ladder is at the moment, and just elongate the back ladder.
Then
and
I would
just
have
elongate the boat over to the left.
I can do that.
Because it feels like at the moment it's very bulky towards the front.
Oh, I'm actually going to change the front. I'll show you how the front is going to look. Right, I've got to remember how to... Oh, I've got to go to ship setup first. I'm going to make this higher at the front. Because soon we are going to be taking on ships that have got cannons. So we want to make sure that our ship is much more robust at the front.
Alright.
I might need to cut away a little bit of this edge, actually. Probably shouldn't have put down the toilet roll as soon as I did.
You shouldn't have. In response to Belorce's question, Alfie pointed out that Snape is strict but ultimately fair. Umbridge was a despot. Similarly, Tammy points out that she thinks that Umbridge was like the Wicked Witch of the West, and she thought that her students were her own flying monkeys.
So, we want...
Oh, I guess people are not sharing my opinion that she did some things well.
I wonder whether the Imperial block is any tougher than a normal hull.
In response to the landship tank, Charlie points out that the so-called mouse in English, and the plane for the P1000 Ratte, rat in English, were landship things. And the mouse apparently was really built. Also, Babon was really happy that he got me to swear accidentally.
I think we can actually build a bit more of a nose on the ship there than that. That? Oh, that's the plant. Yeah, I could do with moving the ladder back one and just toughening the front of the ship. So that if we get bombs landing on this front bit, we're just a bit tougher. But we should be, I mean, we're double hulled at the front. Should be okay for the start, I guess. Yeah, it'd still be nice.
So the bomb compares World War II Germany, who were trying to build the perfect tank, with World War II Russia, who just said, let's build a whole load of those awful T-34s, as in like 35,000 of them. Also, Potato wanted you to build more on your ship, like you're currently doing, so well done. And the Spotted Cow would like to man... Sorry, Cow the cannon.
Okay. Just need to check that you haven't already got a job, because if you... oh, you're a fisherman. That's okay, as long as I don't give you a fishing rod, you'll be able to man the cannon.
There's cannon compensation for the moment for having no fishing rod.
Well, all I need to do is swap the fishing rod when we actually go into battle, because you don't man the cannon until the battle actually starts. So that works out okay.
Alfie points out that this is basically also what the Americans did by producing tons of Lees and Shermans.
Ew, I actually need lots of pieces of mast, not just one mast. I thought a mast was one piece, but no, it's just one. I think, yeah, it is. It's just they come in pieces.
Oh well. Can you go back and buy more?
Yeah, of course we can. But well,
the bomb wants to know if you've got any cannon training.
Yes, I've just bought cannon training.
Ah, lovely. And Potato wants to know, why do you have a bra on your ship?
A bra, if used, will increase the morale of the pirate who's momentarily wearing it.
Wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't about a communal effort where you proceed to do some bra burning.
No, it's very much about a bit of cross-dressing. Although the bra doesn't survive the cross-dressing, I'm afraid.
Right.
Right, let's go back to the island where we found the mast pieces.
But also was pointing out that he could see himself driving like this in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Well, I'm pretty sure me and Boris already went there by just lying around on the streets. Which is basically the same thing the street sign over there is doing.
Okay, right, let's send the bomb over to the ship shop.
Charlie 97 is really amused over the discussion about tanks the chat is currently having.
Right. So we want lots of masts.
So apparently today the Hurricane Friederike crossed over Germany. Were we affected by that? Hurricane Friederike?
It would have had a different name coming through the UK, but I don't think so. It would have just been a storm coming through us.
Well, I didn't know we can get that many hurricanes.
Yeah.
That must be like the second one I've heard of in Germany.
Do we not have... So we have a bowsprit base and a bowsprit mid. Do we not have something like a bowsprit end? Well, I'll buy another one. I'm sure there's like a little flag or something on the end that we can buy. Okay. Right, everybody, you best get off the boat while I come and do things with it. Even though it's raining.
Charlie really doesn't mind people talking about tanks. He recently bought a 1/35th scale model of the mouse himself, which he will build in the future.
I used to really like building models. Okay, right now, can I? The toilet paper has already been used. This action will completely delete this item. See, we're not out of... I can always buy some more toilet paper. Yeah, so it will allow me to step back the hull a little. And that will be a good thing. So now we shall patch up behind here. In fact, ideally we don't want a single hole right the way down to the bottom. What would be better would be if we were to put a split in the ladder. Like one half of one side of the toilet and the other side of the toilet. So we could do it, say, there. I wonder if it will allow me to remove the toilet. Yes, it will. So I could do it here. And then we can have the ladder go up there. Just that here is where we're most likely to get bombed. So it's good if we can make that our strongest point. And we got plenty of ladders, so I can just run the ladders up there. Okay, so now I'm going to put the sail here. Do we reckon, Mia?
Where's here?
Here.
Sorry.
Here.
Oh, there.
Oh no, you said here, didn't you?
I didn't
And
say
then make
there,
the
but
ship
now that
longer.
you've built the ship up so much, it works better on the second to last one.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that then. Oh, right. Oh yeah, and I've got my pole to stick on the front. There we go. Mast. Where is the mast? There. Can't remember how much space I need to leave for the sail. Let's take the roof off for the moment. And I'll just take these away in case I can't see them.
The sail comes in one big piece, right?
Yeah.
Can you preview it?
No, but I can always take it off if I don't like it.
Oh, alright.
Sail. What did it say? Placed on topmast. What did that say? Ah, there we go. Ah, that'll do. Okay, so what I would like to do then is to extend the ship backwards so that we can still have a third tier that's undercover. Could even still make a bit of a third tier here. The more tiers we've got, the more robust the ship is. Because then when we get bombed, the bomb will only destroy one floor at a time.
I mean, yeah.
See,
But it looks silly.
There is a method in the madness.
Well, if more tiers means better ship, couldn't you just make, like, several small tiers? Like 2 highs?
Oh, then it becomes cramped and dark and we get spiders.
Oh, spiders, of course. I didn't know that could happen. Never mind me then.
So let's build backwards a little. How far backwards can we actually go? Is it significant? It is. I don't think we want to go any further than that for the moment. If I then remove this and we'll bring this across.
Would negative space in the front hull help against cannonball impacts? Asks Spell also.
No, it goes on. It doesn't count airspace. So if you get struck, it destroys one block at a time. So, like, if we were to be hit with one cannonball here, it would only destroy one block, and it would have to. But the cannonballs can fall on exactly the same place over and over again.
Oh yeah, okay. Can they sink your ship?
Oh yes, that is one of the most common causes of death.
Oh. Oh well, lovely. I'm not nervous at all. Then again, we'd all get a good bath. And then die.
So we're doing a bit of physics, a bit gravity-defying physics here, I'm afraid. I know how much you guys all love that.
They'll be alright with it. I mean, they've
Has
seen
it
us
right?
play Space Engineers, so they can't get less realistic than in there.
I would like to make sure that as much as possible on the bottom has got solid blocks. Just for the looks of it, really. I got another? Yeah.
Bell also points out that the ship is now too long to fit on the screen completely.
Yeah, we'll still be able to see it.
Don't worry, we'll keep all the important people in the front.
Can I? Ah, yes, good. I can put wool behind the mast.
Oh, please do. This looks really silly at the moment without it.
Want to put a piece of solid wood behind there, and we want solid wood behind here.
The bomb says, remember, Sal, it's not all about the length.
Nope, the girth is very important too.
I don't see why you'd ever want to describe a ship with having girth. Doesn't sound like a ship term. But what do I know? I do not come from the nautical sector.
Right, I'm going to rub some of this stuff up here.
The bomb says you do not need masts running up through the whole ship just on one deck.
What? The mast?
Yeah, you don't need it running through the whole ship, you just need it on deck.
Oh, just on the top deck?
I assume.
Kind of feels like it should be... Oh, doesn't it double as a ladder, though?
Does it?
I think so.
What's your ship's name?
Whiterun. The PMS Whiterun. Of course.
PMS Whiterun.
Should I move this ladder back a little?
Alfie is suggesting you should call it the HMS Does My Butt Look Big in This?
I like that.
Oh no.
What?
But also suggesting the HMS Drildo. Doesn't have any drills on it, doesn't work.
Okay. I'm gonna redesign this bottom bit a little.
Really quiet in the menu. They should have some silent build
I
music
might
running.
have turned off some of the background music. I really want... What's this wooden wall called? Wood wall. Okay. That was the clue. Let's just get Belloso to go to the ship and buy some more wooden wool.
What a cow surprised that that the majority of people are not suggesting the PMS prefix for ship names.
PMS Whiterun. Indeed. Okay, what we want is the wooden wall. Wooden wall. So we have...
Obama's suggesting the PMS poop deck. I can see now why Tammy doesn't want to be on the ship with us. Like, even more so than usual. Should get some royalty-free music to play while you're in the menu.
Oh, look at our flag! Ooh. Right, is Belloso out of the way? Yep, okay. I can get back to shipbuilding. Okay, so I've got some more wooden walls now.
Well, people like the PMS Whiterun as suggested by Charlie, but also suggesting that you keep your Space Engineers referencing going and name it the HMS The Merry Gamer.
Could do.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Why?
Metaphorically speaking, we're pooping all over him then?
Oh, that's true. That's a point, actually. Okay, right. So... I like to put in a few cannon windows for light.
Oh, goodness. The Spotted Cow suggesting the PMS Clean Your Poop, and Jim Hon wants to call it the PMS Salford Shuttle.
Is that... That's not the middle, is it? That's 4 one side, 5 the other. There isn't the middle. So there it goes. Okay.
Well, clearly we need to extend the ship in the front now to make a middle.
Well, we could always just move that one backwards.
Don't you there?
Oh, Mia's yawning.
No, I'm not.
Mia
I'm
just yawned.
breathing. Hold on, let me see
Okay.
if I've got some royalty-free music somewhere.
And then I can put some lights down here. I need an extra light. But that'll do for the time being.
Tammy wants to call it the PMS Pineapple Pizza. The bomb instead suggests the PMS Get Your Ugly Ship Out of My Harbour. Or alternatively, the bomb wants to call it the 12 minutes to 10.
Oh gosh, is it that time already?
Yeah.
What have we got behind here? Yep, proper.
But also was just suggesting the Merry Gamer as a name because that's what Sal named one of the first ships she built in Space Engineer single player. Before that fateful day when she met Boris.
Indeed. I was introduced to Boris by Merry Gamer.
And how grateful we are to him for that.
Do you think we should put the toilet down in the bottom?
I want to say yes.
Or maybe the room? Let's see what we have.
Well, what would be more tragic if it got hit by a cannon? The room or the cannon, or the toilet? Clearly, the toilet. It's more worthwhile to have.
We could put the captain's chair. Well, captain's chair and wood wheel feels better up here, maybe.
Cannons only work resting on the deck.
Yeah, the cannon will be on the top deck.
And Jim Hahn wants to know, what the heck is PMS anyway? He knows HMS, but people maid service really does not seem to fit a ship. No, it's a potato me and Sal. At least if we're going by the definition we came at during Subnautica, because Potato was there once or twice. Was he there twice? If happened, I'm not quite sure. I don't remember what I said or did during recordings. I understand Boris now. And the spotted cow wants you to protect the room.
Protect the room. Okie dokie.
So clearly the only logical choice here would be to put the room right next to the loo.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
No, please don't.
I'll have the guard post up there.
I don't want people drinking on the pot. Which it really is. It's just a pot placed on the ground next to some toilet paper.
What else do we have?
Really disheartening.
No, we'll leave that half-drunk room there. It won't be there for long.
Well, Bomb says, no, PMS stands for Pre-Team Self-Merriment.
Okay, I think we'll have the cow bucket. Well, what we could do is then we'll have the barrels down here.
No, why?
Well, those barrels don't do anything.
Oh, those are not the...
They're not rum barrels. They collect gold for us when we plunder ships. I'll put the cow bucket down here too. I'm not sure that having the toilets tucked away quite so much is a good thing, because I've got a feeling that they'll just poop all over the deck rather than come down.
Why won't they just go down there?
I know what we'll do. Yes, it'll let me pick up all of the... We'll put the toilet here. So it's still down in the bottom of the ship. Then I can put rum over this side of the ship. We've got food over there, rum over here.
Oh, the toilet in the middle.
Fruit, yeah. Well,
Put some fruit around the toilets.
Well, think of it as a bit like having a different room. You have your toilet near your restaurant, don't you?
No, I place it at the other end of town. People first have to run a marathon if they want to go.
So I'll put down 5 rums. And we'll put down a bunch of citrus. And we'll keep down a whole stack of fish. There we go, and now nobody will ever be hungry, and I'll be able to see if we're running low on either fish or fruit or rum. Because that's where it all belongs, is down there.
I preferred it more when chat was talking about tanks rather than preteen self-merriment.
Okay. Now I'll just solidify this bottom wall. That solid? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I wanted to look up royalty-free music. I don't have anything that sounds remotely parody. Hold on, I'll find something. Scallywags. Well, that might be something.
I think we'll put the barrels back here. We'll put the cow bucket back here next to the barrels. We'll have the training swords.
This doesn't sound piratey at all.
Nope. 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 Can I place it on the floor? Oh, it can't float. Yes, it has to go on the floor. And some cards. Can't put the cards on the table, so we'll put those down there. Alright, toilet paper, bombs, cannons, swivel guns. I'm not going to put out this the guns until we are going to tackle level 4 pirates. Because as soon as we put the guns out, we get a delay in fighting. Okay, I'll put a plant in the toilet. How's that, Mir? Little plant?
Yeah, I mean,
Make
it helps slightly, but it doesn't feel like it really improves the situation because you still have the bathroom stuck between the drinks and the food. So, to return to the previous topic, Jim Hon is trying to ask what's my favorite tank or Panzerkampfwagen, and I don't really have one. I just liked it more when you were talking about that. Personally, I don't really have an opinion on these. Well, I do. I'd personally rather not meet one in person, just to be sure. But that's about the extent of it. And I'm not even going to address Bobom's suggestion here.
Which is...
I'm not addressing it.
Oh, really? Just thought you might. I think I'll put down some sauerkraut.
Finally, some good food.
I was going to put it in the toilet. I don't think you'd appreciate that. I'll put it next to the fish.
Still right next to the toilet.
Want me to put it the other side?
No, I don't. I want you to put it up on the lookout, so I can be as far away from the rest as possible.
But up here, it's out in the rain. What if I put it next to the guard
Sauerkraut
post?
is already pretty soggy. I don't mind.
There you go. I'll put some sauerkraut next to the guard post up here. How about that?
Thank you. Now the guards will eat it.
Yeah. Well, you're one of the guards. We're all guards. All right, let's get everybody back on the ship and see how they like it.
But also suggesting that you should flush that Bavarian abomination down the loo. Probably referring
Oh, I love sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut is nice. I don't understand how you're so upset with it. It goes really well with quite a few things.
Okay, so everybody's sorting them out with some food. I bet that's me. I bet that's... Oh, no, it's Ralph. Ralph heading for the rum. And Spotted Cow heading for the rum. Bill also heading for the rum. Apparently, Bill also's just got a level up from drinking rum.
One wants to know if you spent your upgrades recently.
No, I haven't. On tonight's menu, dysentery.
Ugh.
Says Tammy. Yeah, let's have a look. So, Bill also. Let's bring some of your meats up, I think. I like to keep you well ahead on intelligence.
The spotted cows chanting for one last plunder.
Okay. Shall we make sure we do that before we run out of time?
Yes.
Okay. One last plunder it is. Don't know whether that's a ship. A level 4. Where are we? We're there. Well, let's head out to that level 3 pirate, because I know I don't need to worry about loading the cannons on and things. I kind of want to go to that town as well. Let's go there. What time is it? Are we out of time?
Vaguely. You still have a minute. Ignore Jim Hall's
Okay.
suggestion. The bomb is chanting for overtime tickles, but as a civilized person, I will refrain.
Dad, I'm not really that ticklish. Is that not true, mate?
Well, let me use this comb.
That's quite nice, actually. Here we go. Engage. Yeah, but now I'm trying to fight me.
See?
Look at our mighty ship next to their tub.
It will not stay like that forever.
Let's get all the crew up front. Just want to make sure that we don't end
Don't you
up
have
with...
a cannon? Can't you just blast them?
Yeah, but the bombs are not reusable.
Oh.
Let's send everybody over. I hope that's not me for... Oh, it is. I'm in the front. I'm the weakest. Oh, look at that.
training.
Ralph's just jumped straight down.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're not going to claim this place. Right, everybody, you can all get back on board. We'll just let Belorso come and finish looting the place. Oh, you're going to have to climb up there and get that. Okay. So, Mia, would you like to do an outro while I just top up everybody's points and things?
Yeah, fine. Right. So, let's start chronologically. If you'd not want to spend time with either of us, that being both Sal and me, there is the alternative option sitting right over there in chat called Crazy Potato, who will probably be streaming Deus Ex something involving humans on Saturday at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time. Alternatively, you could return next week on Wednesday, also at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time, where I'll be continuing to play Skyrim. No, wait. Subnautica.
Wait. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm used to saying Skyrim. It's weird. And if that's also not your thing, you could also come back next Thursday at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time, where Sal will probably be playing something. We're just not entirely sure what it is yet. It might be Skyrim, it might be Pixel Piracy, it might be something completely else. Who knows? It's gonna be crazy. Point in case being, it'll be about 2 hours ago from now if you're watching this right now in live, but you know, most of the people who are here probably already know this. Does that mean I click the stop button now, or do you want to finish doing your upgrading?
Yeah, just a moment more. Yeah, while I just.
I mean, I'm
apply
not
some
complaining. I've
coats,
been busy. I've been happily occupied with trying to clean this comb of hair.
Yeah. You've left a lot of hair on that comb, mate.
Excuse me. It's my
Okay.
comb. I brought that. It's mine.
It is. Oh, I could give a rosary to Xeron. Helps with critical. Oh, and to Mia as well. There you go, Mia.
Well, thank you very much. But Bomb is asking, is there any chance for Fallout in the near future? No, Bethesda games upset me lately. Gonna stay like that for a while now.
So, are we done? I'm just.
I don't
gonna
know, I'm
keep
done.
on-
I'm just waiting for you to tell me, alright, I'm done, you can stop now.
Yeah, you can stop now.
Fine,
I
I'm stopping
promise
now.
I
I'm
won't
stop